You know, I know that Levi's, from what I've seen in more recent history, has a strong support of the LGBTQ plus community. But you've used a term called woke washing. What does that mean?
I mean, I think it's corporatizing a movement and it's putting politics at the center of a brand to make money. And people are saying it's enough. You know, there was a time when it was fine, and brands like Levi's and Target put forth pride collections that featured, rainbow flags on adult t-shirts. And now it's gone so far as to partnering with an artist that features very violent imagery, guillotines, and violent copy in their own art. And consumers are saying we've had enough. And if brands are going to say we are putting politics at the front and center of our advertising campaigns because we think that will make you like us, then consumers are well within their rights to say, I reject that. I reject those politics, and it doesn't make me like you, and I'm not going to buy it. And that's what's happening.
In terms of companies, corporations deciding that they can make such bold proclamations of what they believe is right or inclusive or community centric, why is there not more accountability? I mean, can you call on corporations to be as sensitive as maybe we decide to say the separation of church and state? Can we have the separation of corporations and politics?
I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the consumers that decide. I don't think you can legislate it. And what people are voting for, and we're seeing it with Bud Light, right? Their sales continue to decline, I think down 24% last week, is they don't want politics shoved down their throats. They want to get back to what I call normie capitalism. And I write about it in my book, Levi's Unbuttoned. They want product at the center. They want unifying, uplifting campaigns. And if you look at the beer brands that are actually enjoying share gains because of Bud Light, they're not putting forth an opposing political ideology. They're just staying true to normie capitalism. They're talking about product. They're talking about, summer family get-togethers, and that's it. And they're enjoying tremendous revenue and share gains. And so, I think brands are just going to have to make the choice themselves whether they want to insert political ideology or continue to drive their businesses and engage their fans.
Well, I would love to ask you this question. I've done a little bit of reading up on this, but what do you think went wrong with the Bud Light campaign? First, where did it come from? Because for some customers, they probably thought this is out of left field. And then what was their big oops?
Well, I think where it came from is, look, the Bud Light brand has been in decline and losing share for many years. Their consumer has been aging. And I think the intention was to bring in new, younger users to the brand. And that there's nothing wrong with that. That makes good business sense. But they just went too far. You always, when putting forth a new strategy, you also have to make sure that it doesn't alienate the existing consumers. And clearly what they've done by aligning themselves with a political ideology, and make no mistake, that's what it is. They can say it was just about inclusivity, but using Mulvaney touches on an ideology or centers an ideology that says there is no such thing as biological sex, that men and boys should be able to compete in women's sports, and that these ideas of what it is to be a woman are fairly stereotypical, frivolous, and retrograde. And consumers, the existing ones, just said, that's enough. And it wasn't significant enough to bring in those new younger users who weren't drinking Bud Light and weren't open to it anyway. So that's resulted in a net loss of sales of over 20% for over a month now. It's pretty serious.
It's very serious economically, but I'd love to sit here and talk with you a little bit more about what's the difference between supporting pride and supporting politics, because I think some people would say, no, wait a minute, that's not true. This isn't politicization. This is my choice. This is who I am. This is my identity. I look at the Dodgers story, and the fact is that this group that's been around since the 1970s, which is a drag group at its base, is the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. That's their formal name. They actually were invited. They're going to be honored on June 16th. Then they were disinvited by the team because of public pressure, specifically from the Catholic Archdiocese that said this is offensive to religion. This is offensive to people of faith. And then the Dodgers switched it up again and said, no, we were wrong. We apologize to this drag group. Do you think that the Dodgers will get any blowback? Do you think that people will love their faith more than they love their sports and actually boycott this event on June 16th?
It's hard to say if we base it on what's happening with Bud Light and now again with Target. I think there's just a line that has been crossed. And look, I'm not religious and I'm not Catholic, but I can certainly see how religious Catholics would find this offensive.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.